Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this video finds you. I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and today I'm actually not going to do my normal custom figure review. I'm gonna try something new. So it kind of dawned on me that I have a lot of figures in my collection. Like, I have a ridiculously large collection, relatively speaking, I guess. But there's a lot of figures I have that I have fixed up. I fix up a lot of my stuff. I like to tweak even the smallest things on figures just to make them a little bit better, and I'd like to show those off as well. And not all of those deserve their own video, so what I'm going to do is start just doing a figure showcase. For lack of a better term, that's probably the best way to explain it. But today I'm going to showcase my entire Seth Rollins collection, which I knew I had a lot of Seth Rollins figures, but once I started rounding them up, I did not realize how many I actually have. So I'm excited to go through all of those. There's a lot in there. I don't think I have all of them. There's probably a few missing, but I have a lot that I have fixed up, that I have messed with, and I'm excited to show those off. So without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Like I said, today we have the first ever figure showcase, and it is going to be Seth Rollins. So some of these, I know I've had my Ultimate Seth Rollins, my Ultimate Custom here on the channel. He was on one of the first Work in Progress Wednesdays. He is in his Messiah attire. I don't think we're going to get that in Elite form. Well, did we? No, I guess we kind of got his Halloween Havoc attire, but it did not say Messiah on it, so I don't know if that's just something they can't or don't want to do. But this Ultimate we have seen before, and I have made just about every Rollins that I have swappable. I have drummed it out so that you can just replace them easily. So the heads on these are probably not the heads that came in the on the original figure. I move a lot of things around, and I'll continue to move a lot of things around, especially now that we have this new Seth Rollins on the new formula with the bigger legs. I just think it fits him so much better, and I can see a lot of custom Rollins coming down the line. But anyway, I want to just start going through my figures, and these are not going to be in any specific order. I have a big box of Rollins figures right here. I'm just going to pull them out. If there's stuff that I have fixed up that I remember I've fixed up, I'll talk about it. But if not, I'll just kind of show you what I have, and we'll see how today goes. Now, I don't consider myself a Rollins completionist by any means, but I apparently I don't know. I have like all of them. I think there's very few I don't have. I don't have the new top picks. I don't know if I'm going to get that. Some of these I think I've just come across on eBay for pretty cheap, because Rollins figures, they make so many that they do end up being pretty cheap eventually. Most of them, at least, I feel like. So it's not always terrible picking them up. First couple of Rollins figures we've got here is a little bit of fixing up. So we've got the first Elite Rollins that we had once he broke away from the shield. I really like that figure. It was an Elite 37, I believe. So with him, I've always thought the Rollins figures were too small. So you can see like the skinny legs, but I did give him the pinless arms that they experimented with briefly, just to make his arms a little bit bigger. I think that's the head scan we got, but that is a figure I really like. I really like how it looks. I think it fit the time well, and I think that really captured Seth Rollins, besides chicken legs. But I'm not going to talk about the skinny legs every single action figure we put out here. Next up here, we have the cash-in Rollins. So this was a Toys R Us exclusive. I think he came with the briefcase. But I did add the wrist gauntlets and black gloves to him. I think he just had normal black hands, like the other Rollins. But I added I think they were gold dust gloves that I added to him. And then I did paint up this vest so that he had a matching vest. And looking at it, you know, it's not the prettiest. It was back, I did that a long time ago, way before I was really big on customizing. Still trying to kind of figure things out, and I don't think I'm going to revisit it because it looks fine enough. Maybe I might touch it up a little bit, like the gray is a little splotchy, but that I know that Money in the Bank figure is a big favorite of a lot of people, and I kind of would like if they did another Elite, because so I think Rollins did wear this like black and gold attire relatively recently, but he didn't have like the SR logo on there, like because he used to have the like SR belt buckle. But if we got that again, I would like that, because I really like this attire, and I would love it on the updated legs. I'll also try to not say that too much. I would like all of these on the updated legs, but it is what it is. Next up here, we've got a couple more Rollins. So I think here was the Then Now Forever Rollins. And I had swapped that. I don't remember which one came on him, but that is in his gray attire from when he came back after tearing his ACL. And then also to kind of match with that is the 3-pack Rollins. So this was with it was like the last Shield 3-pack that we got. We got Rollins in that lighter gray. So you can see like the Then Now Forever, I think that from Walmart, is a little bit darker. It comes with the vest, and then the Shield Rollins comes with the Shield shirt that he had. All three guys in that 3-pack, so Rollins, Ambrose, Reigns, obviously, they all came with that Shield shirt, and then they also all came with like their own singles shirt, and I think Rollins had like a Burn It Down shirt. I don't remember. They're just in my bin of extra figure clothes, but it's a cool. I like that head scan. We're getting that head scan on the new Elite 99 or whatever. 100. I can't remember. 99, I think, that Rollins that some people actually have their hands on already. I like the head scan. Honestly, I have a custom in this bin that I'm going to show you guys that I have used that head for, so I like it. It is kind of lazy of them to reuse it, but I think the big hair kind of works for Rollins a little more. But yeah, those are those two. Just only difference there is the shades of gray. Let's see, we got some of the newer Rollins here. Next up, we have Rollins from when he beat Lesnar at WrestleMania. At what, WrestleMania 35? I think he opened the show in his Beast Slayer or whatever attire, which was just kind of like another play on his old gold attire. He just kind of spruced it up a little bit. And that one, I think it went to Big Lots. A lot of those, I think he might have been like the Takeover figure. Yeah, I think he was one of the Fan Takeover figures, one of those Fan Takeover Elites. I picked him up at Big Lots. Let's see what else we got here. This Rollins was around that same time period, his like X-Men gear, but they can't put the X on it. That was when he had the Universal title, and then everything just went to hell. But still, if I see a Rollins for cheap, I'm picking it up. Next up here are some Shield Rollins that I have, and these are all I think these are all fixed up, except maybe this first one. So this first one here is my favorite Rollins we've gotten, or Shield Rollins that we got. So it was just the short head scan, the ponytail head scan, and I don't think we ever got that again. That was his first Elite. It was in the same wave as Roman, I think. I can't remember. Him, Roman Reigns, and Ambrose, Moxley, whatever, all were in back-to-back waves. Those first Shield figures. And, I mean, that was a long time ago. I definitely don't remember exactly what the series were. I think it was, like, maybe 25. Like, Sheamus was in there. Bruno Sammartino. I think there's, a green Sin Cara figure. There was... Yeah, I think that's right. Anyway, that was his first Shield gear, and then these next couple are kind of just fix up based on that. So this one, it was like a later Shield run that I did. So you can see I cut the vest so that it matched he kind of had all those things that hung on his vest, and that is on here. So if you look, you can see, like, this is supposed to be shirt right here, and then here's the things that hang down. On this other vest, I cut off that part that's supposed to look like shirt, so it does just hang down, which I think looks really cool. And then I just there was sometimes he would wear the like all black sleeves, so I just went with the all black look, gave him a different head scan, just to kind of differentiate him a little bit. But that was like my later Shield Rollins. And then this last one I decided to do just for myself, really. He wore Shield attire when he fought Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, I think it was, a couple years ago, or SummerSlam. I can't remember. One of the big pay-per-views, he fought Roman Reigns for the title during this Tribal Chief run, and he threw it back to the Shield attire. So this isn't like totally, completely accurate, but it gets the job done. And I thought I had the part, so I was like, what the heck? I'll put that on my shelf. Next up here, let's see what we've got. We've got a couple of the like Monday Night Rollins era figures when he was just tearing it down in his matches. These I don't think are fixed up. I don't think. Maybe the shirts are different. This was in the top picks, I think. We got top pick, maybe. I think we got top picks Rollins. He had like black tights with black accents, but they didn't do that on the figure because it wasn't going to come across very well. So it's just kind of a plain figure, but I think it's a really cool one. He's got the Seth Rollins bands. He did come with the IC belt, I think. But he also around this time was tag champs with Dean Ambrose, so I put the red tag title on him. But that's when he was just burning it down, all pun intended, on Raw, just putting on awesome matches for a while, just putting on clinics, these super long matches before Hunter took over, Triple H took over and really like gave them that chance. He was doing that, which I really enjoyed that era. So like literally he's just in black pants and he's got the Seth Rollins knee pad, but I like that figure a lot. And then so I think this is around the same time he wore the like burn it down tights at a pay-per-view, which would probably fit in more with his drip god gimmick than it did at the time. But I think that burn it down shirt is what came with the 3-pack Rollins, but I put it on this figure. I don't remember if he came with a shirt. The flame attire is interesting. And then again, you see just the red knee pad, but nothing crazy about this figure. I think I might have swapped heads. I don't remember. I do a lot of swapping, especially with Rollins. He has so many different head scans and looks that it's fun to move stuff around. For me, at least, I enjoy it. Next up here, let's see what we've got in the box. A few of these, and I know I actually waited. I definitely did a long game on these ones. So we've got the Deadpool attire, his red attire, which I think he wore while defending the belts with Ambrose. That was one of his SummerSlam attires. Here's another SummerSlam when he fought Finn Balor for the Universal title and lost. Let's see. Here we've got the King Slayer. Yeah, King Slayer attire, which I like in the gold attire when he fought Triple H. I love this figure. I do think that I swapped heads. I think he had like that big smiling head on him. This was one of the first Rollins figures that they used bigger legs. And they're not like huge. They're not as big as even the new ones, I don't think. But they did give him bigger legs. They molded the like wings on the side. He's got the belt molded on. I just think this figure, they didn't mold on these wings, but I mean, you can only do so much. They molded the vest. Like this is a completely new vest skin that I don't think they ever use again. I don't know how you would or could, but I think this is one of the best Rollins figures that they've given us just without me swapping or fixing anything up. Like out of the box, this is one of the best Rollins that we've gotten, and I definitely feel like it's underrated. I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about this Rollins figure. Next up, let's see who we've got. Here's Rollins from when he won the Royal Rumble, and I just picked this one up recently, actually, from Fig Customs. This is one I originally passed on. I was like, I don't really need this. I thought it was an odd looking attire. I think it was his like Chicago Bears attire or colors, whatever. And I mean, it's just another Rollins for me. Fig Skib was selling it for like $15, and I was like, what the heck? I might as well add him to my collection. I didn't get him with a vest. I know he did come with a shirt, but I couldn't find the shirt for the video. It was a custom shirt that kind of matched his pants, but that was one that I added because I basically have most of these Elite Rollins anyway. Here we go. I have, let's see, who we have left. Okay, so I'm getting down to my favorites of what I have in my collection. Here's the Halloween Havoc Elite that we got. And you can see here, like I was talking about, they don't have Messiah on the side. It's not very focused, but it's okay. It should say Messiah right here. It says Monday night, and then they left Messiah blank, and I think it just has to do with the religious factor. I don't know. I don't think we've ever really been told anything, been given any word on why exactly they've done that by Steve or Bill, but not a huge loss. Doesn't hurt my feelings too much. Let me see. Man, we still got a few left here. Next up is the NXT Takeover Rollins, and I did a lot of fixing up on this one. This Rollins, when we got it, had really big arms. He had the jacked arms, he had skinny legs, and he had the Johnny Gargano boots. So as soon as I got him, I gave him the thicker legs, I gave him smaller arms to match his other Rollins figures, and then I fixed up the boots. So I did paint these boots. Focus in a little more. So it's the same boot design that was on there, but I gave him tall boots because I just thought the figure itself was cool, because I never thought we were going to get that NXT Rollins, but I absolutely hated how they executed it. I did not like the big arms or the legs, so I overhauled it, and I'm much happier with that look. And I know Rollins had some other attires during NXT that were pretty cool, but this one, this will do for my collection. We did get the NXT Roman Reigns, or Leaki. I don't know how it was pronounced. And I am kind of bummed we never got NXT Ambrose, but it'll probably be a custom coming down the line one day. Next up, we have the Elite 45 Rollins, and I think this was a favorite of a lot of people when he wore his white attire. And I have some cool fix-ups I did with this one. So I gave him double jointed arms because I wanted him to be able to hold, sorry, let me get these titles back on him. I wanted him to be able to hold his US and WWE titles well. So I took Shawn Michaels Ultimate Biceps, put on the Rollins Elite Arms, and then I did give him different knee pads. So there was a basic Rollins that had the correct knee pads, the like open ones in the back. So I put those on him. I originally was going to make him my Ultimate, but then the Ultimate torso doesn't fit with the vest, so I ended up not doing that. And then I did swap that head scan on, but I do need to paint the blonde on that hair. I'll get around to that eventually, but I'm really happy with how that looks. And then here, let's see. Let's just put this one up here. This is the Elite 93 Rollins with the updated legs. I mean, you can see here, look how skinny these legs are compared to these. Those legs just look huge compared to that other Rollins, but this formula is magnificent. I really like how they have updated Rollins. So then last three right here is, first off, the Avengers attire, Seth Rollins, when he was Universal Champion, and he was wearing this when he, like, right after WrestleMania. It's his, like, quantum suit Rollins attire, and I think this attire is awesome. Like, I thought it was so cool, And I don't know if we didn't get it because of copyright issues, but we have gotten other stuff and they have kind of gotten around using that. And I really felt like this was one we were going to get. But apparently Mattel thought otherwise. I immediately went to this attire, made sure I had the vest, the boots, like just everything. And that is one of my favorite customs that I have from, well, I guess before my skill really picked up, I guess. Before I really kind of figured out how and what I was doing. But I love that Rollins. I really like the attire. The time he actually was wearing it was not great. His run as Universal Champion probably has just as much to do with his copyright as to why we didn't get that, because man, it wasn't great. But one I wanted in my collection, and this one along with, so I don't have a custom of the Thanos attire because I have held out hope for a long time that we are going to get it, and we just keep not getting it. So I don't think that we're going to get that in the Elite form. So Thanos and then the Quantum Suit attire are both attires that I really want. I'm a huge Marvel fan, huge MCU fan. So I will make that Thanos custom eventually. I've kind of held out hope that we were going to get it, and at this point, I don't think we're going to. Last but not least are a couple customs that I have done that have not made their way to the channel yet. So we've got Monday Night Messiah Rollins from when he won, or I don't think he won. I think Kevin Owens won. When he wrestled at the WrestleMania, was it 34? Whatever WrestleMania was at the Performance Center, he wore the all white attire, and it had some like white on white designs on it. I honestly don't remember really well, but I just went with the Monday Night Messiah on the side, and this is kind of a unique formula. So I used Edge thighs, so he had the bigger thighs. I used Junkyard Dog calves, just to continue the all white without having to paint, and then I used Kushida lower boots, so like the Johnny Gargano boots. And I mean, you can see scale wise, he's right there, like maybe a hair shorter, but he's got the bigger legs. I wanted to use all white. I did use the feet from an Ultimate Shawn Michaels too, so he's got the ultimate feet. He's got the toe articulation, and then just the head from Elite 93. But white especially is a color I'd prefer not to paint, just because it's just easier to not paint white. So I went with the all white pieces, and I love how this one turned out. Just a decal inside turned out really smooth, and here's a good comparison, I think, of thick thighs Rollins versus chicken leg Rollins. You can just see those old figures are just so skinny, and next to Roman Reigns figures, I think they look pretty rough. And then the last one I have, so this was a custom I had done, and it turns out we will be, or supposed to be, getting this in ultimate form. It hasn't been officially confirmed, I don't think. Like, we haven't seen pictures of it. But I made the most recent Rollins, or like his attire he likes to wear right now, the colorful, I don't even know what to call it, the rainbow attire that he currently rocks quite a bit on Raw. He's worn it as his time as US champion. And you can see I used the Headscan that they used on Elite 99. I do want to paint more blonde, so I didn't touch it. This is just the blonde that was in it. So like, I want to paint the bottom here blonde, do some dry brushing on top to really like fix and round off the custom. But now we're supposed to be getting this in ultimate form in probably sometime at the end of 2023, if I had to guess. But yeah, that is everything in my Rollins collection. And I mean, we have so much more. We get a lot of Rollins figures, and I'm not going to complain. I enjoy his attires. I feel like they have like calmed down a little bit. They did for a bit at least. Like, we were getting a lot of plain black attires that just had some small differences, but now we're just getting all kinds. Like, the Elite 99's got his like pirate outfit, which I think is really cool, which I was going to do a custom of that. I never got around to starting it, and then they announced it Elite 99, which I'm not upset, because we're getting a really sweet coat. Some of the stuff they did with that figure is stuff I wouldn't have been able to do myself, so I'm excited about that. But that is my whole Seth Rollins collection. I don't think I missed anyone. Let me guys know what you think. My idea for showcase is to have like full collections of a single guy, or maybe like some stables that I've completed, because there's some, like I think I had my video with the Radicals from back in the Attitude Era that is kind of uncommon. Like a lot of those older figures, a lot of those older stables and groups, we don't have everyone, so I've had to make customs. I mean, I'm really open to a lot of things. My channel's pretty new. I'm just looking for ideas that I think would be fun for the channel, and I think a showcase like this, I'm going to keep my custom reviews coming, my work in progress Wednesdays, all that. I'm going to keep it all coming. Hopefully I can just keep adding more content to the channel that you guys enjoy and that I enjoy myself. I just like talking about figures. So that's going to wrap everything up. If you want to watch some more videos, obviously this is the first showcase video, but I'll link probably some of my custom figure reviews here on the screen. Like, share, subscribe. I always appreciate that. And remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy figures. Figure Dude, out.